Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another chit chat with me getting ready with me video. I got a lot of positive feedback on the last one, so I'm just going to be doing this one. It's going to be, I had like a whole bunch of different topics I was going to use, but I think I'm going to do like a reflection on 2015 and just like my goals and like ideas and stuff for 2016. So I'm just gonna get started. I'm not really doing anything too, well, I don't want to say nothing special today because I'm going to my best friend Susan's house today. She's actually leaving to go back to school, which is really sad, and so it is something special. I don't know why I said that, but I'm gonna start off with my Fit Me foundation, and I finally got a new beauty blender. Thank God. Like, it took me forever. I got the black one this time because it's the pro, and it also, you can't see like the hot mess that's left over on the sponge as much, and I don't know, a lot of people just recommend that one better, so I just got it anyway. But 2015 has been a very much of a roller coaster for me. Just a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of things, a lot of good things happen, a lot of like revelations happen. I'm just gonna take the back of my beauty blender and apply it. This year was not one of my favorite years, but it wasn't a bad year. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't enjoy the year. There weren't any good parts of it. Obviously, every year has like good and bad to it, but this year is definitely a learning opportunity for me. I definitely would say that I learned a lot about the friendships and the relationships that I was in from the past and just during that year as well. I don't know if a lot of you guys know, because I wasn't really filming during my freshman year, but it had like, I was in a relationship for a little while, and then that ended towards the end of 2014. So 2015, I was just kind of wanting to focus on myself and just, you know, not have anything too serious, but you know, a serious relationship were to pop up, I wasn't gonna be like, okay, well, this is the year that I'm not gonna get into anything, so I'm gonna let you pass by. Like, if something were meant to happen, I was gonna let it happen. But needless to say, I didn't really get into any serious relationships or anything, but I just kind of wanted to focus on myself and make sure that I was happy and stuff. And I also did a lot of re-evaluating of the friendships that I had, because a lot of people in my life I dealt with. I'm going to be taking my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer next. A lot of the people in my life were, I don't know how to put it, like I had friends that I kept from high school, and then I had friends that I made in college, and it was just like a lot of people that I didn't see as often, and people that I was just getting to know, and it was just, you know, a lot to deal with. So I learned a lot about who were my true friends based on the people that kept in touch with me and I kept in touch with, and I learned a lot about the people who I was just beginning to know and stuff like that. I know that probably doesn't make too much sense, but basically I cut off a couple people in my life, and a lot of people just kind of fell off from high school, which is, you know, tends to happen anyway. So, you know, I just learned who was meant to be in my life at the time, and it was hard because there were a lot of people that I wish, you know, that I was so close to in high school and growing up, that I wish could have stayed in my life. I don't want to say forever, but, you know, would have stayed in my life for a long time, and they didn't. There are a lot of like best friends that I had that just didn't stay in my life, and you know, it happens to everybody. It's a part of life, and it comes with growing up. You're gonna lose a lot of people, you're gonna gain a lot of people, and I gained such amazing friends. Like, 2015, definitely the highlight of it was my college experience. My freshman year was the, like, hands down one of the best school experiences ever. I'm gonna be taking my, that's really dirty, sorry, my e.l.f. eyebrow kit. And I learned, you know, that the people that are meant to be in your life will stay in your life. So there were a lot of people, especially towards the end of this year, some of my friends that, like my last bit of friends that were still in high school that were like a year younger than me, they finally went off to school, and it was kind of like my babies were going away, and it was really sad, you know, because like it was like the last bit of friends that I still had back at home were finally, not finally, but like actually leaving. And you know, I learned that they're still in my life to this day, and it just shows. And they're still like friends like Susan and Ruth and Naila, like so many of my friends that I had in high school that I still am really close with today. That shows that they're going to be in my life forever, because if we can sustain not going to the same college, or going to the same college or whatever, but most of my friends didn't go to the same college as me. A lot of them went away, or they went to a different college in my state. Susan actually is in a different time zone than me, so she's all the way like hours and hours and hours away from us, like to the point where she would have, like, we would fly to see each other. It would be the quickest way to see each other. But so I just, you know, learned that no matter where we go in life, we're always going to be friends, because if we like lasted through the amount of time that we did recently, then I think we can last for a longer period of time. So I just kind of, you know, realized who my friends were this year and who really means a lot to me. And as for my college friends, I made so many friends. I joined a sorority. I found my big, who was like the other half of me, which is really, sounds really cliche, because it's like, oh, you're big, is like your best friend, but like she really is my best friend, and she understands me on so many levels that like a lot of people don't. So I was really blessed for that. I just used my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I don't know what look I'm going to do today, because I don't know what me and Susan are going to be up to, but I think I'm going to just keep it like natural. No, not natural, but like neutral tones. I don't even know. I think I'm going to take Wanderer, which is down here. So basically, another thing was I really learned, you know, to accept, no, I don't even know what I'm talking about. So I basically just, you know, found a good group of friends that accept me for me, and I can be normal with, and I can just be myself with. And I realized who is going to be in my life forever and who I can depend on, because we stayed in touch and we still hung out whenever we possibly could. And you know, that's really special to me to know that no matter where me and my friends go, we'll always have each other in our lives. That really means a lot to me. Friends and family are just something that I hold on such a high pedestal in my life. So to be able to know that I can depend on these people is just so comforting. But another aspect of my life, I just really learned, or no, I really struggled with putting a lot of pressure on myself, especially with school. I just wanted to make sure that I was doing the best I possibly could, and by doing that, I put a lot of pressure on myself. Like, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on my channel, but I do struggle with anxiety. That's something that's always been like something I struggled with, and this year, especially like going into sophomore year, I dealt with it a lot. So I've just been trying to work on that and focus on like different, like, I was gonna say aspects, but I mean like different methods on how to treat that, I guess. So like a lot with putting pressure on myself, it built up my anxiety and made it worse. So I've just been learning to, you know, calm my mind, go to a more relaxed state, and just try to do like yoga or try to exercise, try to do things that I enjoy to get my mind off of things and to relax and control myself. And I also have been getting a lot more into my faith and just, you know, like having a stronger relationship with God and things like that, and it's just been helping me a lot. I'm going to be using Dreamer with a crease brush just to deepen this up a little bit, and it's just been helping me a lot with my anxiety. And you know, so I never really talked about that too much on my channel, but it's definitely something that has affected me this year. and I've just been learning to deal with it, or not deal with it, but just learning ways to overcome it and be stronger in that aspect of my life. Another thing, I've really been driven with my YouTube channel, especially like, I guess this kind of goes into like goals for this year. I really want to do a lot better with my channel. I'm going to start uploading more. I'm going to try doing 2 videos a week. I'm using Free Spirit right now. I'm going to try to do 2 videos a week, which I know is going to be harder once I start going back to school, which my school starts really late. We start in February, and I know everybody else is back in school probably, or like leaving to go back to school using line stiletto, which is really annoying because I'm stuck at home and like most of my friends aren't here, so I'm just gonna be working and stuff. If you guys don't know, I work at Walgreens. It's my little job that I've had ever since my senior year of high school. And they've been really good to me, and I'm really happy that I've been able to go back on my breaks and just make some extra money. But I'm just going to spend more time on my YouTube. This is really something that I'm passionate about, and I just want to be able to be an outlet for girls to look at, and guys or whoever wants to watch my videos to just know that there's something positive out there for them to look at and for them to learn and to realize and to feel beautiful and confident about themselves. You know, I just want to have a very positive outlet for people to go to. So I'm really working on my channel a lot this year. I'm going to make it as the best as I possibly can. So I'm really excited for that. This year I'm going to try to work on me, and I know Marissa Lace talked about this, and she's saying that this year is the year of you and like trying to focus on herself. But I'm going to focus on me this year. I think especially like in your 20s, I'm 20, I know I don't look 20, don't put it in the comments, I get it every day. It's really annoying, especially at work when people are like, how old are you? You're 20, like, and I'm just like, please shut up, thank you, thanks. But especially in your 20s when you don't have as much responsibility, especially in college when you're not, you know, you don't have to take care of yourself and somebody else or anything, and like you don't have as many responsibilities in life. It's really important to be selfish and to just do things for yourself, find yourself, and just, you know, really try and work on yourself. So this year is a year of you for myself, so the year of me, I guess. But I'm just gonna try to work on myself, better myself, motivate myself, stop being lazy. I need to stop laying in bed and taking naps all the time and get to work and do what I gotta do to get things done. And so I'm really gonna try and be better with that this year. I'm really gonna try, and I made goals this year, not resolutions, because I feel like goals are something that you can obtain more so than a resolution. The resolution kind of has that connotation that like it's gonna be thrown away after like January 5th or something like that. So I just try to do like goals so that it'll motivate me more to complete them. And I made a list, I folded it up and put it in my room, and now I lost it. So it's knowing me, losing everything, literally everything, so I have to find it again. I'm pretty sure it's like in my desk or something, but I made a list of the goals I want to complete this year and things I want to try to achieve, and I set them really high because I wanted to make sure that they are things that if I don't reach the full potential, at least you can't even see my hand, if I don't reach the full potential, then at least I will be better than I was, but it'll be something towards that so that I can continue to climb up to the highest potential that I made that goal. So I did that for this year, and I'm really excited. This year I'm going to have more positive vibes. I'm going to speak positive things into existence because I'm such a firm believer of you say, you think, you do. Like that just popped up in my head. You say, you think, you do. Okay, well that's my motto this year. You say, you think, you do. I didn't even think of that before, but whatever you say and speak into existence, whatever you think about is going to happen or be more inclined to happen. So I'm just trying to think all positive things and really focus on having a good year. So I'm trying to think of what else I need to do for my makeup. I'm gonna contour a little bit and then put lipstick on, and then I think I'm ready to go. So I'm not gonna go too fancy. So for all I know, we might just be hanging out at her house. I don't even know. But 2015, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about people. There's definitely disappointments, especially when it comes to people that I thought were closer friends, and it just kind of, our relationships fell off. And like, I went through having to deal with my breakup, even though it didn't happen in 2015. I still see him at school. He still tries to talk to me. I still have to, you know, be civil and stuff like that. And it's just like other things unraveled about him that he just was a completely different person than I thought he was. And it's just like, this year, a lot of stuff about that came to light, and it was like disheartening. And you know, it sucks when you like put your all into a relationship and the other person does not give their 50%, and especially when you find out later that they really weren't giving their 50% and they just really weren't the person that you thought they were. It hurts. So I went through a lot of disappointment. But okay, sorry guys, so my camera ran out of space, so I had to upload the rest of the stuff so I could continue filming. But basically what I wanted to say is that this year was a lot of an emotional roller coaster for me. I learned a lot about the people that I surround myself with, and just kind of got rid of the toxic people, got rid of the toxic vibes that were coming through. And I realized that I'm a lot happier and a lot more successful and a lot more positive person if I eliminate all of the people and the negative vibes and energies out of my life. And I'm just going to continue to do that in 2015. I know who has my back. I know, you know, that it's important to take care of myself and be selfish a little bit. I tend to put people in front of me a lot of times to like make sure my friends and family are okay and they're happy, which is fine, but I tend to forget about myself sometimes. So I think it's really important this year that I focus on just bettering myself and making sure that I am comfortable with myself and just, you know, take some time for me. So and also I've just been like doing a lot of more grown-up things this year. Like, I am going to have an apartment next year for college. I'll be living in an apartment with 4 other girls, so that should be really interesting. And I'm just kind of like learning about how to build credit, how to save, a lot more financial things this year. So I'm gonna, you know, kind of be an adult, I guess. Like, I'm 20 now, I'm almost halfway through college, and it's about time that I kind of learn how to take care of myself and be financially stable, and I don't know, just how to better myself. So I'm taking Mochalicious right now, my go-to lip color ever. Love this. It's by Wet n Wild. Like, can you believe it? Like, it's so great, and only like $3, I think. But yeah, basically 2015 definitely had its good moments, I'm not gonna lie. It was a great year in terms of school. I did really good in school. I'm continuing to do really good, and I just made a lot of friends, a lot of memories, and it's something that I will never forget. It's definitely a learning lesson for me, and you know, I don't regret anything. I'm not one to regret things. Everything happens for a reason, and sometimes it may not be something that you want, but it's going to help you out in the future. But 2016 is definitely looking up for me. I'm doing a lot to better the situation that I'm in and know that I have control over my life and stuff. So I'm basically just focusing on that. So that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let's continue this conversation. Let me know any goals and things that you want to achieve in 2016. Let me know anything that you learned in 2015. Like, was it a good year for you? Was it a bad year? Is there anything that you know, want to take from that year that will help make 2016 a better year for you? I really want to know, so let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely reply. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. And I'm actually featuring the Tarte Lip palette. So all my eyeshadows came from this palette, which I'm really excited to show you guys. And without further ado, if I could talk, that'd be great. Let's get started.